Because that means, we're both going to be progressing at a decent pace. And, I want to be able to take his spot on the medley that he took from me.
Joel, yeah.
I don't want him to start catching up to me on speed. I don't know how I was able to beat him this year.
I got so much sun. I don't know what to do with it.
I can't believe that.
Drugs.
Oh, yeah.
It still scares me to think that I only made state by a 0.02 second margin. If I would have done a single thing different on that swim at City, I would not have been able to go to state.
Unless you did something different to make it faster.
Oh, yeah. But I went as fast as I could, so I don't think there would have been. Unless, maybe my start could have been better, but...
I need to work on my starts. I'm so upset, because there's no place to work on your starts outside of swim season.
Yeah, unless you do club.
Which I don't want to, because my starts are terrible and I don't want to be made fun of.
I mean, you get made fun of enough.
Exactly. And I know these people outside of swim, and I'm friends with them, so I go, yeah, okay, ha, hoo, 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 hoo. Because I get it, it's funny.
Then cry.
Then I cry in my car, but we move on. Ooh, bucket man.
I mean, I've been starting to do some actually really good flip turns.
My flip turns have definitely improved too. Yeah.
I was upset that I know because Coach told me, oh well, you should have known this, but it's you never told me that I had to be a good gap away from the wall until you specifically spelled it out.
It's so annoying when there's people who are they know how to do something. They go, well, you should have known this. How'd you learn it? Did someone tell you? Or did it take you forever to figure out by yourself, and you're just expecting me to know it because you know it? Mm-hmm. Because if someone told you, you got to tell me.
Yeah, that's one thing I wonder about coaches, how she coaches, because it's just obviously she is a good coach.
She is, for sure.
It's just I noticed there's a lot of times where when somebody does something they could improve on, she doesn't really tell them about. It's just if I do something and I feel iffy on it, and coach okay, good, next. I asked her, did I do this wrong? She's like, yeah, you could have done this. I was like, well, why didn't you tell me?
Right, yeah. It's tell me exactly what I need to do to improve. I want to know how to improve.
Because otherwise we're not going to improve unless we ask her ourselves, which, we should be able to do, but,
Sometimes we don't know what I'm doing wrong is wrong.
Yeah, and some people aren't that motivated.
Right. And again with Gabe. Because I can see, he definitely has the potential to do a really good backstroke. He just takes his breath a little weird, and he does his stroke a little weird. Something I see when, not 90, I'd say about 70%, whatever. A big percent of the people who do backstroke, their kick is a little off. It's not bad, but your knees are bent a little too much to where you're fighting too much to keep your head in the air, so you're not getting a good enough airflow. So, improving that would send you leagues ahead, right? So, that's something that's, you're not going to be told that unless you ask for it.
Yeah.
Or unless I'm going to specifically teach you, hey.
Yeah, when I did the race at State, I was so surprised because I finished that, and, being a 50, just a 50 swim, that was the most my legs had ever hurt from a 50 swim. And I'm like, what the heck? So I could have been kicking this hard the whole time? And it's just because, you don't think about it, because it's a 50 sprint, and it's, you're just going fast.
Mm-hmm. The first time I actually sprinted during a cross-country race, I was at the end, I was this is how it's supposed to feel? This is fast!
It's always such a good feeling at the end of a cross-country race.
It feels like your legs aren't even there.
Yeah.
It's insane. You gotta go?
No, I'm just putting
on your jacket.
Yeah.
Almost 5.
It is. I do leave here soon. I have to leave the podcast.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. This is basically
We should do this occasionally.
That was my intent. Just make this basically a podcast.
What day did you say you were free all day?
Tuesday. I work in the evening every other day. Well,
Okay.
Wednesday I have activities.
maybe we could do something Tuesday.
We could do something Tuesday.
As long as my schedule doesn't change, because
The only problem I'm gonna come across doing stuff is I got noisy upstairs neighbors.
Yep.
Why didn't you put the freeze on the bottom, Kenneth?
Oh, because I'm stupid.
I was like, now he's gonna mess up like the look.
I didn't see it. That's why I was.
Kenneth.
I don't need to. They're gonna kill him.
But he still has the bucket they gotta get through, and it's annoying.
Okay, I'm gonna remove the walnut anyway. I don't want him there. Oh, I won. See, it doesn't matter.
Kenneth.
Oh no, I didn't complete the.
Kenneth.
Yeah, you didn't complete it. That's not
What have I
good.
become?
Anybody that drives by that lot's gonna be like, what the heck?
Speaking of which, do you have multiple backyards, or do you just clear out your backyard every day? Is it one day?
Oh, I thought you were talking about in real life. I'm like, what are you on about, bro?
Like what's the Plants vs Zombies lore? Is
Well,
there
there's
Plants
a
vs.
crazy
Zombies
dude.
lore?
There's the crazy dude with the bucket on his head.
It's a pan.
He's like blah blah. Oh, I think in the second game it's a bucket then.
Oh, maybe. I don't know. I never played any past Plants vs Zombies 1. I don't like the way they look. Like, they look weird, the plants.
Yeah.
I like the classic.
I mean, I like how in the second one there's a bean that when a zombie eats it, he farts. That's what I like. And like the whole row of zombies dies after he farts. That's
So
great.
it's like a cherry bomb sort of thing? But
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Okay.
epic.
That's redeemable.
Except I think it's just like 25 sun. I think.
Yo, so it's like a potato mine, but a
good.
bean.
I remember when I used to play this when I was smooth brain and I would like ignore sunflowers.
Bro,
I'd be like, oh, the sun just give me sun. That'd be fine.
I don't know how you can be bad at this game, but I sure was as a kid. Why did I place that there?
I never played this as a kid.
Yeah, this is like the first computer game that Joe and I we got it for Christmas from our grandparents. And when we got our new computer upstairs, it had this 32-inch monitor, and we're like, we gotta play Plants vs. Zombies on the big screen! And we felt so cool. And then we lost the disc, so we weren't able to install it onto our new computer. Back when video games could be installed on disc, I mean, they still can, but like...
I only ever played it on my phone.
Mm-hmm.
I remember the second game is like very nostalgic for me, or at least the beginning, because my cousin was from Missouri and we got together and we just first started playing.
in Missouri too?
Yeah, I remember you talked about that.
I don't. Cool.
Oh.
Cool that we had that conversation.
Yeah, we did, but we competed for like who can get the furthest in Plants vs Zombies 2. And you know he's the only cousin that's older than me, and he's older than me by a year, and he's like the perfect person. It's just like
you can't see it, but Quentin's like waving his hands, like, oh wow.
Yeah, it's like you know, good grades.
So he can't do anything wrong.
He's in high choir. He goes going to a Christian college. He's a super deep voice, like 6'5".
So he's the role model. He's like everyone says, well, why aren't you like?
Well, yeah, except I behave myself, so I don't get said that, because I'd be angry if somebody told me that. But
Right.
whenever he's in town, like we go to church, everybody is like talking to him, asking him things, and it's just like nobody talks to me like this. But so yeah, you know, obviously whenever you have competition with him, I always want to beat him.
Right.
And it was so great because when we were playing through, when he was halfway through World 1, I finished the final boss from World 1, and I was like hot in your face.
See, that's something that's also weird to me. How do you speedrun Plants vs. Zombies?
I don't know, man.
Because, like, there's a speedrun out there. I watched it. I didn't watch the whole thing. But at the early game, they have 3 rows of sunflowers.
Mm-hmm.
Which I'm like, what? You know, that's insane.
Yeah.
I mean, you get a lot of sun, so you can plant plants fast.
Yeah, I mean, I also competed with him at the Y. Like, it was last year, some season. I was like, I'm gonna race you. And I obviously destroyed him.
Oh,
Right.
nice. Did you?
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, I couldn't tell that was talking. That was real cool.
Yeah, my grandpa was like, wouldn't you feel bad if you sucked? And I'm like, thanks, Grandpa.
Oh man, that's not good.
Oh my.
You gotta get the double P shooter.
I do the repeater.
The repeater.
Dude, Plants vs Zombies was so good at naming plants.
Kenneth, why did you? Okay.
Why did I?
Never mind.
What did I do?
Nothing.
Weird?
Nothing. I might have just been stupid, but I don't know. I could have.
Were you gonna question him removing that pea shooter?
No,
No, because
I could have sworn that the top pea shoot that the top repeater was a pea shooter a second ago, and I was like, why didn't you put it on the bucket head, bro?
Bucket.
Oh yeah. I think what I'm gonna do now is make this bottom row snow peas. I guess back row, not bottom row. Same thing.
Bro. Kenneth, we mad vibing.
Oh yeah.